Oh my God, I just cannot catch a break. I've just pretty much got out of bed. It's happening again. They're going at it again, guys. I haven't even had a cup of tea yet. This keeps happening. Drake and Kendrick Lamar keep interrupting my tea drinking activities. This is not okay. This is not okay. The stereotype of British people drinking tea is 100% true. And I am not happy that this keeps happening to me, man. I never start my day doing anything before I've had a cup of tea. And I've got straight out of bed. I've listened to Drake's response. And I'm recording this. And I've not even had a cup of tea yet. And then you might be thinking, why have you not done one for Drake? Well, I can't do two today. I really just can't fit in all this recording and editing in today. I'm busy today, unfortunately, guys. This is out of my schedule. I did not see this coming. So we're kind of just going to have to roll with it. And also with push-ups, there was a whole debate whether it was even real or not, because Drake didn't even release it officially. So I was just like, well, I can't react to this without knowing. And then obviously a few hours later, it did come out that it was Drake, officially Drake. But at first, if you remember when that came out, it was like, is this AI? Is this real? Who knows? But Family Matters was interesting. It was good. Still, again, not really focusing all of his attention on Kendrick, which I'm a little surprised at this stage. He isn't just going all at Kendrick, which for a few reasons has me wondering, and I said this with push-ups, does he really have that much on Kendrick? Which is why he's splitting all of his eggs, I guess, and sharing them around, because there's Abel lines on there, quite a few lines that are targeting The Weeknd, actually. But also, is he shielding himself? Is he trying not to go too far at Kendrick? Because he knows Kendrick's going to come back even harder. Because he has to play strategically here. Drake is the underdog. Drake is a much bigger artist globally and, successfully and everything like that. But he is the underdog here. This is like finding a way to beat a team in a sport that you just can't really take down because they are much better than you in every aspect. So you have to use different tactics. You can't just use your skills to beat them. You're going to have to play other ways to win the game. That being said, though, there were some pretty scathing accusations coming out here. There was obviously the insinuations that Kendrick isn't committed to her. Whitney, his lady, he won't marry her. There's obviously the cheating stuff that's been actually circling for some time. I think if you're not paying attention that much to Kendrick Lamar, you might have heard all that and been like, because you don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's been about a decade long now since those things happened. I don't think Kendrick and his lady had any babies and then he cheated on her. I think the cheating happened a long, long time ago. Not to justify cheating, by the way. I do not endorse that. But I'm just saying, in terms of like a bomb, a drop in the ocean, I don't know how much of a splash it really makes. Now, that being said, the stuff about keeping his hands to himself, and is he only doing stuff for self-defense, and insinuating that he touches her, that is kind of crazy. And I have only just pretty much woken up and gotten out of bed pretty much, guys. But I have seen a little bit floating around social media, seen stuff in Discord servers, and I've got to say, not much attention is being drawn to that. And is this because people just think he's lying? Is this just because what Kendrick's done after completely supersedes that? We're going to find out. But I'm just a little surprised that very little is being made of that, because that is a really scathing claim and would certainly change my perception of Kendrick forever, and it would certainly change the very general response to Kendrick massively too, because he's kind of attacking Kendrick's like messiah sort of thing, and how he just always is trying to free the slaves, but actually you're not as good as you claim you are, and it's all a bit of an act. Interesting way to go. I did think when we had Euphoria, Drake should go that way and should kind of target Kendrick's sort of godlike figure and I guess moral compass, but I didn't know we'd go this far and there'd be this accusation. That is interesting. I don't know where to take that. Kendrick clearly knew Drake was going to go down that route though, because he kept warning him, if you go there, I'll go there. So did Kendrick know Drake was going to make up lies, or did Kendrick know that Drake had something on him? That's the distinction here that I find interesting. Anyway, we could talk about this for all day. Let's just get on with this track, because I'm assuming this is going to be insane. And I'm pretty sure I've seen some things already, and I know, yeah, wow. Let's just go.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that the man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsible. Look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom.
Straight in with this.
You gotta grow up and then stand behind him. Life is hard, I know. The challenge is always go beat us home.
I'm sorry, man, but this is just a clear difference between Drake and Kendrick for me. People will call it bias, but the immediate track kicking off, mentioning his son's name and saying, I'm so sorry that you've got a dad like that. Like, I know there was a scathing accusation which did make me kind of go, oh, wow, when I was listening to the Drake song. But it took a while for me to kind of get that shock. Kendrick is straight in there, and I'm already like, wow, like what he is just going in. There's just such a vast difference between these two. I'm so sorry.
Daddy don't teach you.
Daddy don't teach you. Let me be your mentor.
Never fall in the escort business, that's bad religion. Please remember, you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never code switch, whether it did. Don't pay to play with this.
It's coming for Drake's dad.
Membership. Understand, I'm throwing rocks and
how that affected Drake, and then how that's affecting Drake's son.
That's how he treats your moms. Don't have a kid to hide a kid. Just play this when you're 18.
Jesus, man.
Dear Sandra, your son got some habits. I hope you don't hunt.
He's like writing letters to Drake's family.
Manipulator. Even using you to prove who he is a huge favor. Horrible fucking person. The nerve of you, dear.
It's for Drake's mom.
What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get fucked up in a cell for the rest of their life.
Oh my god, I feel weird.
Sexualizing with kinks of an info fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being a beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders on OVO that he keep on a monthly allowance. And a child should never be compromised, and he keeping his child around him. And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking.
Predators?
He should die so all these women can live.
What?
I've been in this industry 12 years. I'ma tell y'all one little secret. There's some weird shit going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. They be streamlining victims all the time and they home.
Is this true? Wow.
It's not the good ones. Cat Williams, I gave you the truth, so I'ma get mine. The embassy about to get ready too. It's only a matter of time. Hey, Lil Bron, keep the family away.
Wow.
Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world. He don't commit to much, but it's music, yeah, that's for sure. He a narcissist, misogynist, living inside his songs. Try to destroy homes with you. Instead, he being Turks, paying for sex and popping perks, examples that you don't deserve. I want to tell you that you're loved, you're brave, you're kind. You got a gift to change the world and to change your father's mind. Cause our children is the future.
A baby girl reveal.
It's always been illusion, but that's the life he. So our babies like you can cope later. Give you some confidence to go through something. It's hope later. I never want to hear you chase
a therapy session.
Sitting in the club with sugar daddies for validation. You need to know that love is eternity and trumps all pain. I tell you.
He's like preempting the future of Drake's children. This is like, he's kind of like trying to help Drake out in a weird way here. This is mental. What the hell?
More life meet the rounds.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Dear Aubrey, I know you probably thinking I wanted to crash
straight turn.
But truthfully, I don't have a hating bone in my body. It's supposed to be a good exhibition with.
That might be the first lie of this whole thing. You hate Drake, Kendrick. You hate Drake.
Standing next to a woman, you a body shamer. You gon' hide them baby mamas mamas, ain't ya? You embarrassed of them. That's not right, that ain't how mama raised us. Take that mask off. I wanna see what's under them achievements. Why believe you? You never gave us nothing to believe in. Cause you lied about religious views. You lied about your surgery. You lied about your accent and your past tense, all is perjury. You lied about your ghost riders. You lied about your crew members. They all pussy. You lied on them. I know they all got you in them. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, huh? You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come. You lied about the only artist that can offer you some help. Fuck a rap battle. This a long life battle with yourself.
No way. Crazy sign off. Oh my god. Wow. This is getting like to levels of just, what do you even say? The amount of like the accusations being thrown here. How do you respond to this? How do you say anything to what do you say? Right, Euphoria was really good, right? And Drake's response was pretty good. Like, I think there are levels to this, to be honest with you. Like, Drake just doesn't have it in him to do that. The entire song structure of basically speaking to every like individual member of the Grahams as like writing a letter, and the wordplay and the venom that Kendrick comes through with is just wild. And just the things he was saying. I mean, if this is true, where does Drake go from here? How do you respond to this? Because this is like way deeper than, I don't like you, Drake, as a person. This is like, Drake, you are like an awful person and you have done awful things and you need to be taken down because this is not okay. And like, why? I just want to add this in there because I finished recording and I didn't say this, but there was so much that I was thinking about and so much to take in that I just didn't get a chance to throw this in there. But this entire thing has shown us that Drake has been behind and playing catch up, and Kendrick has just been 5 steps ahead the whole time. I think he always knew Drake was going to mention Whitney or someone in his family, which would help Kendrick and give him a reason to go here. I just think he read what Drake was going to do, like a 4D chess move, if you will. And Kendrick's in a good position here because he's already drip-fed his information that kind of sounded a bit wild and outlandish, but has already been proven true on 616 in LA, where he says there are moles that are basically coming to me and telling me that nobody likes you and they want to see you lose, and I basically run over yo, that kind of stuff that he was saying. And Drake, you need to be careful of these people around you because there are people that do not, that do not have your back. Now, this was smart to do because by giving us this information early on, and then Drake responding the same day, and less than an hour after Drake puts out his track, Kendrick is already out with another. It is impossible to have been able to do that within that time, which therefore means Kendrick is telling the truth with that. Kendrick is not lying, and he must have been leaked the song before Drake even put it out for us to hear, which then gave him time to go into the booth and make another track and put it out there to respond in such record time to what Drake put out. It just has to be true. So we are already in a position where we're looking at Kendrick going, this guy's telling us a lot of things that aren't necessarily wrong here because he's proving and backing up what he's saying in this beef, like in real time. So that just kind of makes you wonder, with everything else he said on Meet the Grahams here, like, how much does he really know? Like, could he really be lying about all this when we've been shown so far that there are truths coming out and Kendrick isn't just fronting or Kendrick isn't just, playing games? It's really hard to tell. It's really difficult to know what's true and what isn't. But I'm just saying that Kendrick, in the position he is, already has, truths out there. It's kind of crazy. I'm lost for words. I haven't had a cup of tea. Guys, I haven't drank tea. If you are targeting one of the biggest artists in the world, Drake transcends hip hop. Don't forget this. The streaming numbers do not lie. The sales, the recognizability of who he is and his music, it does not lie. He is bigger than most artists out there. And if you target him, that guy, you know, it could be anyone who's in that kind of top 10 of the world range, right? I keep grabbing my head, and you say the things that you've just said about them, there are two things. If you are lying and you've made that whole thing up, it's over for you. Like, it is over for Kendrick if none of that is true. I'm sorry, but it is. You cannot make that up in a song, put it out there for the world to see under your own name with the words, the chosen. I don't know where you go, but you go from here. Like, if you aren't telling the truth, I don't know what happens. Or is it just mind? No, it can't be mind games at this point. It was mind games on Euphoria. But now it's bigger than that. And he is not happy because once again, Drake on the latest track, again, is targeting Kendrick's family. He's mentioning them by name. So Kendrick is not happy with that. And he already said, look, you don't go any further than that because I will take it further. And he has. But if it isn't true, where does he go from here? That's the first thing I need to know. But secondly, if it is true, my friends, if that is true, it has to be over for Drake. I think both of their entire careers have been put on the line here, you know. I think this is huge. Well, I'm not... obviously, it's huge. I mean, I'm not speaking, you know, in riddles here. There's no point in dressing it up. This is massive. But either way, surely one of them is done. Because how can you say that and then be no consequences? Like, I don't know what to say. You lied about the only artist that can offer you help. This isn't even a rap battle. This is a battle with yourself. Like a long line. Oh my God. That closing line is crazy. And the thing is with Kendrick too, I do kind of take that very seriously with Kendrick. I feel like there is something about him that is so... like, there's just an emotional intelligence there that he just has. I mean, even like, I'm not going to go into every line because there's just so much here and I just feel like there's so much to take in. And this is just gone beyond like rap beefing now, to be honest with you. But like the way he addresses Drake's mum on that second verse, and he just totally like immediately like understands the role of her position and the fact that she's a woman and the fact that like she should understand the kinds of things that Drake does that should affect her. Like, he just has a way with words and understands every angle. And that final line just sums it all up to me. Like, it's just like, Kendrick was probably the only person in the world that could have helped Drake. Or the only rapper in the world. And things have come to this. I mean, I don't even know where to go, man. Where do we go from here? How do we find out if this is true? I don't even know. Holy moly. What is going on? Comparing him to Weinstein, this is like a defamation of character, man. And the thing is, I saw on Drake's story that he's only like said anything about... The only thing he said about this track is the daughter thing. He's like, someone show me where my daughter is, because he doesn't know that's even a thing. And I don't know if that's Drake just playing silly or just being, I don't know, trying to bat it all off. But that's the only thing he said anything about. What about the rest of it? And at the same time, you can say, well, Kendrick, what are you going to say about those allegations Drake made? Because this is getting really like, this is going far now. I feel like in the day of social media, with everyone that's so alert to injustices, there are many people that don't really care about that, and I get that. But I just think that there's just more of an alertness. There's just more of an awareness and the implications of making these choices and how they affect people. And you can't really bounce back from this in the same way that maybe back years ago, It might have been just brushed under the rug, sort of swept away. You know, people know things but don't dare speak up. Jimmy Savile being, I know, saying Jimmy Savile in a friggin' review is insane. I don't think I've ever said his name on this channel before, but that kind of thing doesn't just get, like, you can't just get away from that now. Like, as soon as somebody knows, it gets leaked, it goes on social media, and it's out there. And I just don't know where you go from here. Oh my God, this is crazy. I don't even know what to say. I'm rambling now. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. As I say, this doesn't even feel like hip hop beefing anymore. Wow. Let's just call it there. Have a good day. Goodbye.